Hi, I'm Lindsay, and I'm one of the counselors at Kettle and Stony Point Health Services. Today I'm here to talk about the question, what is mindfulness? You've probably heard the term mindfulness. When I considered the question, what is mindfulness, the first thing that came to my mind was trendy. I don't know about you, but I'm not always fond of things that are trendy. On the other hand, I have to admit that mindfulness, which has been around for a long time, can really be helpful. But what is it? Well, the term mindfulness means a lot of things and covers a lot of ground. In the interest of keeping this video short, I'm not going to go into a long explanation. Mindfulness can be summarized as really paying attention. Now, we're always paying attention to something, even if that's daydreaming or staring at a wall. But that doesn't mean we're always being mindful. For example, worry is paying attention to certain thoughts. Like, what if the people watching this video think I'm really weird? But worry is not the same as mindfulness. In fact, it's pretty much the opposite. However, if I take a step back, mentally speaking, and think to myself, I just had a worried thought that people might think I'm weird, now I'm starting to get mindful. See the difference? It is tricky, and it can take some work to get the hang of. There's a difference between being cold on a November day and being mindful of being cold on a November day. I can walk my dog and be totally shivering and yet not really notice that I'm cold because I'm glued to my phone, or I'm busy thinking about how unfair it is that my YouTube videos have not gone viral to make me rich and famous. Mindfulness is about paying attention, but it's a certain kind of attention. If I put away my phone and notice that I'm cold, that's a pretty good start, but it's still not quite mindfulness. Mindfulness is more than just noticing I'm cold. It's about intentionally, in other words, on purpose, paying very close attention and really noticing what it's like. So for instance, I might notice the various sensations in my body that tell me I'm cold. Like my muscles are tense and maybe shaking, or my skin is doing that bumpy thing, or maybe my fingers and toes are starting to get tingly. One kind of therapy, called DBT, or dialectical behavior therapy, there's a mouthful, put together a list of 3 mindfulness skills that would probably be helpful to go over. So let's do that now.
The first is observe, which is basically another way to say pay attention and notice stuff. The second is describe, which does not mean things like, this thing I'm paying attention to is good or bad. It does not mean thinking, I like this or I hate this. That's not description, it's judging, it's opinion. Description is about facts, not preferences. So, when feeling cold, I noticed that my skin was doing the bumpy thing and my fingers were getting tingly, which are facts. I did not get into how much I like or hate those things, because when I do that, I'm no longer paying attention to feeling cold, I'm paying attention to what I think about feeling cold. And number 3, participate, which basically means get into it. Mindfulness is not like watching basketball on TV. It's more like getting off your butt and playing basketball, and really noticing what it's like to play basketball. Like I notice the sound the ball makes and the texture of the ball against my hand and the way I start to feel warmer and breathe harder as I move around.
When you're trying to be mindful, you don't pay attention for 2 seconds and then say, "That's enough, I'm out of here." You give it your full attention for as long as is needed in order to observe and describe things that are happening right here and right now. Now, you might be thinking, why would I do that? I'd rather look at my phone. Or maybe, I have no idea how that would help me with anything. Or even, that's kind of stupid. These are all normal and understandable responses to this thing called mindfulness. Mindfulness is not a happily ever after thing. It doesn't solve all problems in 5 minutes or less. And let's be honest, it's kind of weird. Not to mention, it's really hard work and it takes practice and dedication. Yuck. So, most people, including me, need a really good reason to do something that's hard work and requires practice. Again, I'm trying to keep this short, so I'm going to give you a very quick good reason. There are more good reasons, but I'll cover that later.
Mindfulness can help you cope with feelings like anger, grief, anxiety, and depression. And it can help you to feel calmer and more content in life. If you'd like to learn more, tune in to the videos we will be putting out each week for the next 4 weeks. Links to the 3 mindfulness skills will be posted on the page with this video. Thanks for watching.